Hello, hello, and welcome to
Hello.
another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business. I can chat with.
All of us.
Hola. Hello.
Happy Sunday to everyone, and happy Monday for those who are on Monday. So let's find out what is our topic for today.
So, our topic for today is why more people are choosing growth over comfort in today's changing world.
Yes, thank you, Connie. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Okay, so my name is Mosumola, the face behind mosoconsult.com, originally from Nigeria, but now I reside and I work as a healthcare worker, actually in the imaging sector, in the USA, and I'm equally a digital business owner and mentor.
Hi everyone, my name is Daxi, a proud Ilongga from Iloilo, Philippines. I am a wife, a mother of four, and a former RN in the Philippines and GDEC SA for 12 years. I'm now in Canada, BC for 18 years, and I am proud to be a what we call this
A digital business owner.
sorry, I am a mentor and a business owner. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. My name is Karen. I am originally from the Caribbean island of Antigua, but I'm now living in the United Kingdom. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I work full time in customer services, and I'm also a digital business owner.
And I'm Miriam. I'm from Jamaica. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandma for one. I'm a registered nurse living in the United States, and I'm a proud digital business owner.
Mabuhay to everyone. This is Connie. I'm here in British Columbia, Canada, originally from the Philippines. I'm a wife, a stepmom, a grandma, a great ma, at the same time, digital business owner. Thank you.
Hola, hola. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico. I'm residing in North Carolina. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a former educational assistant, and now a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello everyone. My name is Arshia and I'm originally from India. Now I reside in Maryland past 28 years. I'm a pharmacist by profession and now I'm a proud digital business owner.
Thank you, everyone. So now let's dive into our topic for today.
So today, as we heard, our topic is why more people are choosing growth over comfort in today's changing world.
Thank you, Musimola. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So welcome back to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business. So today's topic is one that affects every one of us, and that is, the choice between comfort and growth. So most people naturally seek comfort, right? Because it's familiar, it's predictable, it's safe. But growth often asks something different from us. Growth asks us to learn, to adapt, to stretch, and to become willing beginners again. So today we'll explore 8 reasons why more people are choosing growth over comfort in today's changing world. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
Number one, growth expands your possibilities. Two, growth builds confidence. Growth helps us to adapt to change. Number four, growth often begins with curiosity. Five, growth creates new relationships. Six, growth helps discover what we're capable of. Number seven, growth creates a better future. And eight, growth inspires others to grow.
Thank you, Miriam. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive into our first point.
Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about how growth expands our possibilities. Comfort often keeps us within familiar boundaries.
Growth exposes us to new ideas and opportunities. Learning helps us see possibilities we may not have seen before. New experiences expand our perspective. The life you want may exist just outside your current comfort zone. Growth helps us see opportunities that comfort often hides. Thank you.
Thank you, Shia. So, Shia just talked about growth expands your possibilities. So we have seen, how the different ways that you can that growth can allow you to create those possibilities. So, um, because when you stay on the comfort zone, you don't see what is on the other side, and many times, we feel comfortable with the familiar things that we usually do. So we don't tend to go to the other side. But when we go to the other side of that line and we face our fears, that's when we start, growing. We know with new ideas, new opportunities, and we are able to see new possibilities. Okay, so let's move to the second point.
Okay, so the next point is growth builds confidence. Confidence doesn't usually come before we start something new. Most of us think that we need confidence first and then we'll take action. But in reality, confidence is often built after we take the first step. Think about learning to drive. For those who drive, the first time you sat behind the wheel, you were probably nervous. You checked your mirrors 10 times and gripped the steering wheel tightly and worried about making mistakes. I can definitely relate to that. But after weeks and months of practice, something changes. You become more comfortable, more capable, more confident, not because you avoided driving, but because you kept doing it. Life works the same way. Every challenge you face, every new skill you learn, and every obstacle you overcome adds another layer of confidence. Growth isn't always comfortable, but it's often where confidence is built. So if you're waiting to feel confident before taking action, remember this. Confidence grows through experience, not perfection. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. So yeah, so Karen just talked about growth builds confidence. So as Karen just say, confidence, is not usually built before. Is you build the confidence as you take action, as you start repeating those experiences, those repetition, those skills, and that's when you start building those confidence and you start believing in yourself, and gaining those experience that will allow you to have more confidence. So let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so growth helps us to adapt to changes. So you know, for many of us, we have been doing the same jobs 10, 20 years, and we feel safe and it's predictable. But we know that the world changed rapidly around us. And, we sometimes feel a little bit left out because we are not keeping up with the changes. So the world has not stopped evolving just because we want to stay comfortable. So technology changes, moves, platform shifts, and job security isn't what it used to be. And I realize a harsh truth that comfort rarely creates security in a changing world. So me myself, I was forced to step out and look at the digital space and just feel the weight of becoming a complete beginner again. And so that was when I went into the digital space. So you can see it all around you. Even if you go to the grocery store, there are checkouts. You can check out your own self. And if you are not up to that, then you have to wait in that long line. So it's all around us. And comfort really creates security in a changing world, right? So The ability to adapt is one of the most valuable skills of our time. Growth isn't becoming an expert overnight, it's about being willing to stretch yourself. And like I said, when I joined this digital business, I had to learn, all over again with the online tools. I had to connect with a global community, as you can see us here, and build a modern income stream. So adaptability helps build that resilience. When you choose to grow, you stop hiding from change and you start preparing for it. So the life you want exists just outside the comfort zone sometimes. And do not let fear of a changing world make you shrink. Let it push you instead to expand. You're not limited to where you started. You're completely shaped by what you are willing to learn today. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Miriam. So yeah, so Miriam just talked about growth help us to adapt to change. So just like Miriam mentioned, growth, um, help us, when we step out of our comfort zone to be able to uh, evolve, to be able to change and remain adaptable to all those new changes that we see because, as you go out of your comfort zone, you're experiencing new things and that helps you to be able to face any challenges or to be able to adapt to anything that comes at you. So that's part of the growth process. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
I will talk about growth often begins with curiosity. So I will begin with the question, what if one question could change the direction of your life? Because that's exactly what happened to me years ago. As a full time caregiver for my husband, I found myself asking, is there another way for me to keep growing while still being present for my family? That simple question sparked my curiosity. It led me to learn about the online world, personal development, and connect with a supportive global community. I learned that growth often doesn't start with having all the answers. It starts with being curious enough to ask questions, explore new ideas, and stay open to learning. And that's true in life too. Many opportunities began because someone was willing to ask, what else is possible? So, my takeaway for this is curiosity is often the first step towards growth. When we stay open to learning and exploring, we may discover possibilities we never knew existed. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. So yeah, so Connie just talked about growth often begins with curiosity. So um, just like Connie mentioned, when you allow yourself to, for example, to ask a question, it allows to be curious to learn something new. So it creates those possibilities for you. Um, so you start having that growth because that's the starting point of you, to ask, okay, what is this about? So when you ask, because you're curious, it allows you to learn something new. It allows you to see another point of view, so you're able to see new possibilities. So uh, all start with asking, with being curious, and to have that open mind to learn, and will allow you to have those possibilities. So growth often begins with that curiosity. So let's move on to the next one.
Okay, growth creates new relationships. And one of the most unexpected gifts of personal growth is the people you meet along the way. When I began my journey, I didn't know many people. As I moved through different stages of life, as a hardworking mother to provide for my family, and later as someone learning new skills, I realized that every season of growth introduced me to new relationships. And those relationships matter because growth isn't just about what we learn, it's also about who we learn from. Some of the people I've met become my mentors, my friends, and my accountability partners, and resources of encouragement during challenging times. They helped me to see possibilities I couldn't see on my own. They challenged me to think bigger, learn more, and continue growing. I've learned that when when we place ourselves in environments focused on learning and personal development, we naturally connect with people who inspire us to become a better versions of ourselves. And often, those relationships open doors to opportunities, to ideas, and experiences we never expected. So, I want to leave you with this today. Growth doesn't just expand your knowledge, it expands your network, your perspective, and the opportunities available to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so Isabel just talked about growth creates new relationships. So just like Isabel mentioned, one of the greatest gifts of personal growth is that it introduces to new people, new perspectives, and meaningful relationships that can positively influence the direction of our lives. So that's the beauty of creating that allows growth to create new relationships. And Isabel also added the right relationship can introduce you to a new idea, a new opportunity, or a new version of yourself. And we also have a comment for Give Yaponda and say wow. So thank you, Give Yaponda, for your comment and for watching the live with us. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Hmm. The point I'm going to talk about is how growth helps us to discover what we are capable of doing. You know, when you decide to grow personally, you are curious about some things that you do not know, because growth means going from one level to the other. I mean upwards, not downwards. If you go downwards, it's not growth. So when you decide to know more about a particular topic, more about a particular situation, more about a particular maybe problem or challenges, it means that you are not just looking to know about, you are looking to find solution. So many people underestimate their potential because they don't seek to know, to have more knowledge about a particular issue or a particular challenge. What kept them behind yesterday is still what is keeping them behind today, because they never seek the knowledge to make them to either navigate through it, or to overcome it, or to I mean find a way to go around it or something like that. But they are seeing the obstacle and they just sit down with it. So we often don't know what we are capable of until we challenge ourselves. New experiences reveal strength we don't know we had. For instance, somebody that is a stay-at-home mom, you never know that you can generate another stream of income to support the family if you never ask, if you never ask question. If you just sit down there and say, well, I'm in the house, I'm so busy here, I cannot do something else, or you are even a career person and you believe that, oh, 9 to 5 or whatever hours you are doing, and then you just focus on it and block out any other access to any other thing that is going outside. Or you see people on the social media, everybody is using AI now, so and you just believe, oh, I can't do that, how can I do that? Whereas there are ways around it. If you're a shy person, there are ways of posting, there are ways, there are so many things. So growth helps us to discover new versions of ourselves. You may be shy, but you may be able to stand out there and talk. You may be able to use AI to talk for you. You may be capable of far more than you currently realize, but you need to just step out. Step out of that comfort zone. This is what we are talking about. The comfort zone will keep you limited. There are so many things out there that the comfort zone will keep you glued down on one spot, whereas growth will help you to move. And growth reveals potentials that comfort often keeps hidden. So don't sit down, move forward. And that is what we are advocating today.
Thank you, Musumola. So yeah, so Musumola just talk about growth, help us discover what we are capable of. Uh, many times, just like Masamola mentioned, personal growth teaches that, we are often capable of more than we think. Many things we think that we cannot do something, but then, later we realize that after challenging ourselves, we discover that we are capable of doing that. We have those strengths and abilities that we didn't know that we had before. So, just like Masamola mentioned, don't subestimate yourself and just try it and you will see what you're capable of. Okay, so let's move on to the next point. Oops, sorry, the next point.
Okay, the last topic is growth inspires others to grow. One thing I've learned is that when we choose to grow, we often inspire others to grow as well. Throughout my journey as a healthcare worker, a wife, a mother of four, and now a business owner and mentor, I have learned that stepping outside my comfort zone can encourage others to do the same. When I started learning new skills and exploring opportunities beyond my traditional career, I didn't realize how many people were watching and being inspired by my actions. Research shows that people are more likely to take action when they see someone they can relate to succeeding. Sometimes they simply need to see that someone like them was willing to take the first step. Our family and friends, coworkers, and community members are often influenced more by what we do, what we say. That's why personal growth creates a ripple effect. When we improve ourselves, we encourage others to believe they can grow too. So, guys, my takeaway is when you choose growth, you give others permission to grow too. An example may inspire more people than you realize. Thank you. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Daxi. So yeah, so Daxi just talked about growth inspires others to grow. So just like Daxi mentioned, when you choose to grow, learn and step outside of your comfort zone, many times, even though you don't realize, you inspire others people, and those people are watching you. They say, well, if she can do it, I can do it too. So they start believing on themselves that they can do the same. And just like Daxi mentioned, that creates the positive ripple effect that goes beyond just you, it goes to others that are watching you. All right, so let's see what is our key takeaway for this topic.
One thing we've learned is that comfort and growth rarely live in the same place. Comfort keeps things familiar. Growth helps us become more knowledgeable, more adaptable, more confident, more prepared. Perhaps one of the most powerful things about personal growth is that it doesn't only change us, it can inspire others to believe that growth is possible for them as well. And while stepping outside of our comfort zone may feel uncomfortable at first, it often leads to some of the most rewarding experiences of our lives. So keep learning, keep growing, keep staying curious because growth is not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming the best version of yourself.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so that's our key takeaway for the topic for today. So let's see what is our message for the audience.
As you reflect on today's conversation, ask yourself, what is one area of your life where growth may be asking you to become a little more uncomfortable? Sometimes one small step outside your comfort zone can change your future.
Thank you, Karen. So yeah, so that's our reflective question for you guys. So to reflect, and we have arrived to the end of our lives. So we hope so that what we shared today, why more people are choosing growth. We gave 8 points, the 8 reasons, why it's important, and people are changing to growth in today's world. So hopefully, it got inspired you and it give you a different perspective to start, taking growth as something that will help you, to create possibilities, to keep growing, and to inspire others. Just like we mentioned, it's not only about you, but it's also about inspire others that they can believe in themselves, that they can also build the same. So that's important why people are choosing growth over comfort. Okay, so let's find out what is our topic for next Sunday.
Yes. So next Sunday's topic is why lifelong learners often create more opportunities for themselves. So tune in next week, next Sunday, same time. Thank you.
Thank you, Shia. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be talking next Sunday. So it's a conversation about curiosity, personal growth, continuous learning, and why some of the most successful people never stop being students. So stay tuned for that for next Sunday. And like we mentioned, we have arrived to the end of our live. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you again, and we'll see you again on our next episode for the Eagles in Digital Business. A Candy She chat with
All of us.
All of
Take care.
everyone. God bless you all. Thank you for watching.
Bye.